Hello folks, welcome to another update. Alex the Railroader here, and I'm going to be updating my passenger cars from incandescent bulb lights to LED lights. So I'll show you what we got. So this here is the original Wonderland Express passenger coach that I bought along with my caboose. It wasn't part of a set. I don't mean to say that. I bought it separately, but it was practically brand new when I bought it, except it uses incandescent bulbs. It is rather old, even though it was still new in box. Now, this is the inside of one of the other coaches I recently bought, a set of, let's see, this one is a Combine, another regular passenger coach. Oh, I'm sorry, this is an observation car, and then a regular passenger coach. Now, I'm going to be upgrading the incandescent bulb, which sits here in the center of the car. And I don't think that looks very realistic to have one light in the center, but I do think that if I were to put two lights, it would look more realistic, and they'd be much brighter, and they'd be easily visible. Some people don't even know when the lights are on. That's how dim the bulb is. So we'll be doing that. It's really an easy setup here. So I'll just disconnect that, and I'll start installing the LEDs and reconnecting everything. I bought bell wire for like doorbells and things. This is the smallest gauge wire I could buy on Amazon. I wanted fast shipping, so that's why I chose Amazon, but this was honestly the smallest gauge wire. This is 24 gauge. I probably need something more like, I don't know, maybe 30 gauge to match what is already on here. But that's just the best I could do, and frankly there's not going to be much movement because it's all going to be taped down just like this one is, so it doesn't really matter to me. But I also went to Lighthouse LEDs, and I purchased 10 more yellow LEDs with built-in resistors, so that way I don't have to install resistors. And yeah, these are really cheap. These were about 27 cents per LED, and I bought two more than I actually needed. So, yeah, I'm going to get started. Okay, I've started by taking my LED there and putting a right angle bend into it, deciding which side would be the supply and then the return, and assigning the supply a red color. So I've put a bend in the LED wire, and then also a bend in the exposed wire of the red wire, and then hooked them together like a little chain link. Now I'm going to be soldering that, and then I'll be doing that with the return, and then I'll go from there. Okay, first car seems to be done. I know it looks a little confusing, but the white wire I've decided to represent as the return, and I've kept the red as the supply, just so I don't get confused in the future. As well as I've installed an LED there and an LED there. There were already holes, just the perfect size for these LEDs, already in there, as if as if they expected people might install LEDs in the future, or even just more of these incandescent bulbs. But anyway, yeah, so now I'm going to be testing it on an electrified track to see if it works. Alright, so it looks like the LEDs are working. They're completely soldered in. There's two of them. Now, you might notice an anomaly on the camera in any point that they might look like they're blinking or turning on and off, but that's just an anomaly with the frame rate of the camera versus the flash rate of the lights. But anyway, as you can see, both lights are working, and they're lighting up the front and the rear of the car. So I'm going to continue on with the rest, and we'll see how they all turn out. Alright folks, I finished, and all the new lights have been added to the cars. There are 2 LED lights per car. They are facing downward, so they shine down into the seats and things like that. This was certainly a project that I really wanted to do because it was a pet peeve of mine that there was only one light per car. It just felt like, I don't know, it felt weird. I felt like if this were a real car, people wouldn't be able to see anything. And yeah, just one of those things that I felt like I had to fix. But yeah, they are all working. And another really cool thing that I like to see is if I move the cars a little bit, the lights kind of blink as the car rolls down the rails, which actually is kind of funny because when I do have the layout finished and these cars will be running through the layout, it'll kind of look like they're like flickering lamps, which actually is pretty accurate because my layout will be based off of an Old West kind of layout and stuff like that. So yeah, that'll be kind of accurate. So I like that, and I'm very happy with what I did, and yeah, and what I really like is being able to see some of the lights through the Clara Story windows up on top. So anyway, I'm really, really happy about this. Well, that's gonna do it for this episode today. Hope you'll join me for the next one, and gosh, I really hope I can get started on that layout soon. Well, anyway, thanks guys for joining me. See you later.